Hey, yo, what's happening? It's your boy ATC. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you fucking with my content. You feel me? And we got Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, episode 11 review. Let's get started. Episode start off with Namaya speaking with Renji about every Asachi that has ever existed is accounted for because he made them, except for Ichigo's. And because of this, he has to find out the origins of his soul, and that's the reason why he gets sent back. Flips over to Ichigo back at the Kurosaki clinic. Before his dad could even come to the door, he done took an off. Ichigo ends up going over to Missy Kumi's for a hot shower and a shake back real quick. She feeds him, but then she ends up lecturing him for not coming to work and letting her know what's up because she been needing that help around the shop. The doorbell rings and Missy Kumi goes to go check and see who it is. Isshin pop up in his Soul Reaper gear in the living room, giving Ichigo that dead stare like, get your ass home. We got some shit we need to talk about and discuss. So when Missy Kumi come back from the door, Ichigo let her know like, shit, I gotta go. I've got to leave in a rush and shit. So the next scenes that we see is Ichigo and Isshin having a conversation. Isshin was informed through Urahara about what happened and Ichigo being kicked out the Soul Society. Isshin, seeing a frustrated Ichigo, tells him, shit, it's time to explain what his mother was and who you really are and shit. Then we see a flashback to a wounded Isshin meeting Masaki Kurosaki for the first time and being told she a Quincy. We see another flashback of the old days where Isshin is captain and we see a young Lieutenant Rengiku scolding him about chilling on the job and shit. You basically seeing he a relaxed captain and shit. We also see a young Toshihiro chilling in the cut, letting Isshin know he done with the work and shit. Toshiro tells Isshin about the report from 2 months ago in Naruki where Soul Reapers died on the scene and another 2 dead just the previous month before. So Isshin leaves immediately to check it out. Rengiku like, what the fuck? She like, shit, should we go with him? But Toshiro ended up letting her know we're not that strong right now. We would only get in the way if we went. The next couple scenes that we see is Aizen, Tosin, and Jin all picture plotting. So we get to see that these niggas been plotting for a minute. And what they plotting on is equipping hollows with abilities to hollowify their targets. They trying to find Shinji and the others. And in the meantime, while they doing that, they figure shit, we gonna do 2 birds with 1 stone. And we gonna also be conducting hollowification experiments also. So this is mad scientist type motherfuckers. And they on some gang shit. It flips over to Karakura Town and Ishida residence where we get to see a little backstory on Masaki, what she doing right now. She currently living in the Ishida residence, which is like Urahara's dad and them. And so we see him, a young version of him, and she's only staying there because all her family is dead. And they trying to preserve the Quincy bloodlines and shit due to the war and shit like that. They trying to preserve these bloodlines and shit like that. And then moments later, we see Ryu, which is Uryu's dad. He's speaking to Katagiri. And she's saying, he talking to her and he like, Masaki already know why she here. You know what I'm saying? She basically know my mama then told her like, without telling her, we trying to protect these bloodlines. So, you know what I'm saying? Do you think I can make her happy? And the category tell him, yeah, but we kind of see already like, you know what I'm saying? She tell him, yeah, but she really digging him, no. And in the middle of this, it flips over to Isshin looking for the hollow. And he started releasing some spiritual pressure to draw it out. He ended up telling these 2 Soul Reapers not too long before he got there to leave. These motherfuckers ain't take heed. So whenever he's fucking start releasing the soul pressure, the hollows show up and fucking slice the cheese out these niggas cracker. Like both at the, like instantly, nigga. That he wasn't even looking for the soul pressure. Like instantly kill these 2 bastards. They looking up at Captain Isshin power and shit like, ooh, this nigga shit hardcore. Fucking get killed not 2 seconds later. And then once they get killed, Isshin like, what the fuck? I ain't even know he wasn't even looking for soul pressure. Fucking then the Black Hollow start looking at him. Flips over back to Masaki and she feeling a disturbance. And even though Ryu says it's like a Soul Reaper and you shouldn't go because basically your blood is precious, we got to be protecting this shit. And they just some Soul Reapers. Shit, we just wait around and then even at that, we don't send you out. We just send Katagiri and them out to go clean up after. She like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be able to live with myself basically if she didn't go. So she ends up heading out to go help out. Cuts back over to Isshin fighting the Black Hollow. He get to saying the Hollow, you know what I'm saying? It's a Hollow, but it looked like it's fighting like a Soul Reaper. In the middle of the battle, another Soul Reaper show up to tell him like, you in our jurisdiction, Captain Isshin. But fucking, and it did sound like this shit. While you watching the episode, it sounded like Isshin is saying nigga run, but it's like nigga run, and that shit was funny as fuck, bruh. Isshin notices that each time the Hollow kills a Soul Reaper, it gets stronger and smarter, and he figured that it must be a traitor in the Soul Society behind the scenes pulling the strings on this shit, because how could they not know this motherfucker's rampaging and shit like that? He ended up activating his Bankai and Getsu, a big ass flame sword, but he get cut down by a surprise attack from behind by Zanpakuto, and we peep game and we see that it's Aizen. In the middle of this, Isshin like, shit, all right, I know somebody else here, but I ain't finna go out like no bitch. You gonna have to really take it from me. Isshin take the blood out the wound, lick it, and end up putting it on the sword and clashing with the Black Hollow and taking one of his arms off. In the middle of this shit happening, Masaki show up and she get to shooting them Quincy arrows, helping his ass out. Isshin shocked by this. He turned around like, what the fuck? Who is this here? Aizen is too. But Tosin and Gin in the cut, they like, Aizen, you want us to off this bitch real quick? We'll take her out. We'll do it. Fucking Aizen tell their ass, shit, just hold up, peep gang, we gonna see what happened real quick. It pops back over to Masaki. She allows the Black Hollow to come in closer for a bite, just for her to hit him with the Quincy Glock. And the Hollow tries to self-destruct and shit, right? Because after she hit his ass with the fucking Quincy Glock, this motherfucker, you know how it be. They got to get that last little bitch, I'm gonna try to take you with me type shit. Before it can self-destruct, Isshin sees it and takes off and covers the blast to protect her. And then we get to see Masaki speaking with Isshin for the first time, and she telling him she a Quincy, and that's her first time meeting the Soul Reaper and his first time meeting the Quincy. So you know he had to spit that game on young Masaki. You know what I'm talking about? He had to put that game on it. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, then we pop over to show us Ryu and Kataguri. They ended up checking in. They came to see what was going on too, but he ends up telling Kataguri to can be quiet. Don't speak nothing of this. You know what I'm saying? This shit didn't happen. And at the end of the episode, we get to see a little sneak peek, and we see where Tosin and Gin and Aizen are all back in the lab, and Tosin mad in the motherfuckers. He like, shit, nigga, my plans ain't go like they were supposed to go. Like, what the fuck? And Aizen like, hold up, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Just cause shit didn't work out the first time don't mean that you ain't seeing the bigger picture though. This shit might be, it's starting to get interesting. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna wait and see what happens. And after the end credits show, you can see Uryu standing in the rain being approached by a member of the Wanderers, someone that we've seen in previous episodes that looked like Yuabak's man is second right hand or some shit like that. So I'm curious to see where this goes, man. Every episode been hidden. Episode 11 was a banger. If I had to rate this episode, I give it a smooth 9, man. Just because I got to see Captain Isshin doing a little work with that Bankai, you know what I'm talking about? And we got to see Ichigo's mom putting in work with her Quincy powers and shit. So we getting to see and discover a lot of new information going along with this season. And I'm enjoying every bit of it, man. So let me know how y'all feeling in the comments about all this shit, man. If you got this far, I appreciate you fucking with your boy. As always, one love, two peace. We out. You dig? Till next time.